Welcome to another episode of Podcast and Chill. I'm Leo, your guide to all things fun and only slightly disastrous.
And I'm Gwen, here to make sure Leo doesn't lead us too far astray and to share some genuinely helpful tips. Today, we're talking about going camping.
Oh, camping. The art of sleeping under the stars, or as I like to call it, voluntarily becoming homeless for fun.
Very funny, Leo. But yes, camping is about connecting with nature. You can hike, fish, or just enjoy the great outdoors.
Just don't forget to bring a tent, or you might end up really embracing that homeless lifestyle, right?
Exactly, Leo. A good tent and sleeping gear are crucial. It's not all about improvisation.
So, Gwen, how do we start planning for a camping trip? I guess we don't just jump into the car and go, huh?
Right, Leo. The first step is always choosing the right location. You need to think about what you want to do. Do you want to hike, fish, or just relax?
I'd say let's do all three, but my lazy side votes for relaxing.
Once you pick a location, it's important to check the weather and any park regulations, especially concerning fire safety and wildlife.
Fire safety? So, no fire-breathing dragons allowed then?
Very funny. No, but seriously knowing how to make and manage a campfire safely is crucial.
Next up, packing. I always wonder whether to pack light or bring my whole house.
Definitely pack light, Leo. Essential clothing, weather-appropriate gear, and of course, food and water are musts.
What about entertainment? I can't survive without my guitar and a deck of cards.
Those are great, but also consider bringing a good book or download some offline maps and nature guides.
I'll need to download a guide on how not to get lost. That's essential for me.
Good idea. Also, make sure to pack a first aid kit, flashlight, extra batteries, and a multi-tool.
Sounds like a lot, but I guess it's all for a good night's sleep under the stars, right?
Exactly. And nothing beats waking up to the sound of nature. It's truly refreshing.
So, Gwen, we've talked about packing light, but what exactly should one bring on a camping trip?
Let's start with the basics. First, a tent. It's your home away from home. Make sure it's weather appropriate.
Got it. And I assume a sleeping bag is next on the list?
Yes, a good sleeping bag that keeps you warm at night. Don't forget a sleeping pad for extra comfort.
What about cooking? I can't live on snacks alone, much as I'd like to.
You'll need a portable stove, fuel, and a lighter or matches. Remember to bring pots, pans, and cooking utensils.
Sounds like a lot to carry.
It's important to balance what you need with what you can comfortably carry.
I'll need to remember to bring plenty of water and some water purification tablets too, right?
Absolutely. Hydration is key. Also pack some high-energy snacks like nuts and energy bars.
And I guess a first aid kit is essential, just in case.
Definitely. Include bandages, antiseptic wipes, and any personal medications.
What about clothes? How much is too much?
Bring layers that you can add or remove as the temperature changes. And always pack a rain jacket.
I can't forget my camera. I want to capture all the scenic views.
A camera is a must. Maybe bring a journal too to jot down your thoughts and experiences.
This is turning into quite the adventure. Any tips on how to pack all this efficiently?
Use a checklist and pack items that have multiple uses to save space. Start packing a few days in advance.
So, Gwen, besides the usual gear, are there any unconventional items we should think about?
Actually, yes. One often overlooked item is a solar-powered charger. Great for keeping devices charged.
That's smart, and I suppose bringing a multi-tool could be handy, right?
Absolutely. It's like having a whole toolbox in your pocket. Also, don't forget a headlamp or flashlight.
Headlamp, check. How about entertainment? I don't think I can just stare at the stars all night.
Bring a deck of cards or a small board game. It's a fun way to spend the evening by the campfire.
Cards, got it. Should we also think about some kind of insect repellent?
Definitely. A good insect repellent is crucial, especially to avoid mosquitoes at night.
And in terms of food, should we bring something like a portable grill?
A portable grill can be great for cooking meals, but make sure it's allowed at your campsite first.
What about keeping our food safe from wildlife?
It's wise to bring bear-proof containers if you're in an area with bears or other wildlife.
That should cover it. I'm now feeling quite prepared for our camping adventure. Portable stove. Definition: a small, lightweight stove suitable for carrying by hand during camping, hiking, or other outdoor activities. Example: you'll need a portable stove, fuel, and a lighter or matches. First aid kit. Definition: a compact collection of medical supplies and equipment used to provide initial treatment in a medical emergency. Example: also make sure to pack a first aid kit, flashlight, extra batteries, and a multi-tool. Hydration. Definition: the process of providing adequate amount of fluid to bodily tissues. Example: absolutely. Hydration is key. Also, pack some high-energy snacks like nuts and energy bars. Sleeping pad. Definition: a piece of foam or inflatable padding used under a sleeping bag on a camping trip for warmth and comfort. Example: don't forget a sleeping pad for extra comfort. Insect repellent. Definition: substance applied to skin, clothing, or other surfaces which discourages insects from landing or climbing on that surface. Example: definitely. A good insect repellent is crucial, especially to avoid mosquitoes at night. Multi-tool. Definition: a compact, portable tool that combines several individual functions in a single unit.
Why is choosing the right location the first step in planning a camping trip? Choosing the right location is the first step because it determines the activities you can engage in, such as hiking, fishing, or relaxing. A good location aligns with your camping goals and ensures you have the appropriate setting for your intended activities. What is the significance of knowing how to manage a campfire safely while camping? Answer: knowing how to manage a campfire safely is significant because it prevents forest fires and ensures the safety of all campers. Proper campfire management includes knowing where and how to build a fire and how to extinguish it completely to prevent wildfires.
Moving on, safety is a big concern when camping. Let's talk about how to stay safe from wild animals, Gwen.
Absolutely, Leo. First, never leave food out in the open. Always store it in airtight containers.
Right. That's to keep the smells from attracting animals, right?
Exactly. And if you encounter a wild animal, never approach it. It's best to observe from a distance.
What if they come closer, despite all precautions?
Make yourself appear larger and make loud noises. Often, that's enough to scare them away.
Got it. Now, what about first aid? That's crucial too, right?
Definitely. Always have a first aid kit ready. Include bandages, antiseptics, and any personal medication.
Should we know some basic first aid techniques too?
Absolutely. Knowing how to treat minor cuts, burns, or sprains can make a big difference.
That makes sense. I guess having a guidebook on local wildlife and plants would help too, right?
Definitely. It can help identify which plants are safe to touch and which animals to watch out for.
What if someone gets seriously hurt? What's the protocol?
Always have emergency contacts ready and know the quickest route to the nearest hospital.
Seems like there's a lot to remember, but it's all for a safe and enjoyable experience, right?
Absolutely, Leo. The more prepared you are, the better your camping trip will be.
Now, let's talk about one of my favorite parts of camping, outdoor cooking.
Absolutely. Cooking outdoors is a big highlight. Let's start with the basics. Campfires.
Right, nothing beats a good campfire. But remember, always check if campfires are allowed in the area.
And safety first. Make sure you have a clear space away from trees and brush.
What about cooking tools? I can't exactly bring my kitchen with me.
A portable grill or a mini gas stove is great. They're easy to set up and use.
And what should we cook?
Keep it simple. Hot dogs, burgers, or even a stew if you're feeling adventurous.
Speaking of adventure, let's not forget the activities. What do you recommend, Gwen?
Well, hiking is a must. It's the best way to explore the nature around you.
And for those who like a bit of thrill, how about mountain biking?
That's a great idea. Just make sure to wear a helmet and check your bike before you go. Nature watching can be quite relaxing too. Bird watching or looking for wildlife can be peaceful.
And don't forget photography. Capture those memories.
Definitely, Leo. Bringing a good camera can help you bring those sights home.
We could even host a photo contest among campers. That would add a fun twist to the camping trip.
You know, Leo, it's crucial that we camp responsibly, respecting the nature around us.
Absolutely, Gwen. First off, always stick to established campgrounds to minimize environmental impact.
And when setting up camp, use existing fire rings to avoid damaging new areas of the ground.
Speaking of fire, it's vital to ensure that all fires are completely extinguished before you leave.
Yes, and always carry out everything you brought in. Leave no trace behind.
That includes all your trash, but also any food scraps. Don't leave anything that could attract wildlife.
What about washing dishes or ourselves?
Use biodegradable soap and wash at least 200 feet away from any water sources to avoid contamination.
Right, and for personal waste, use facilities provided or follow the park's regulations if you're backcountry camping.
It's also good practice to pack reusable items like water bottles, plates, and utensils.
Exactly, and if you see trash, even if it's not yours, pick it up. It's about leaving the place better than you found it.
Switching gears a bit, Gwen, let's talk about wildlife. How do we respect their space?
Always observe from a distance. Never feed them, and secure your food items properly at night.
That's a wrap on our eco-friendly camping guide. Thanks for the green tips, Gwen.
Always a pleasure to share, Leo. Remember, folks, respect nature as you enjoy it.
What are the recommended ways to handle encounters with wild animals while camping? You should never leave food out in the open. Store it in airtight containers to avoid attracting animals, and never approach wild animals. If a wild animal does approach despite these precautions, you should make yourself appear larger and make loud noises to scare them away. How can campers minimize their impact on the environment? Campers should stick to established campgrounds, use existing fire rings, ensure that all fires are completely extinguished before leaving, and carry out all trash, including food scraps. Using biodegradable soap and washing away from water sources to avoid contamination are also recommended to preserve the natural environment. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for spending your time with us today.
We hope you found the discussion informative and enjoyable. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments section and share this podcast with your friends.
And remember to check out the free PDF in the video description.
Keep following us for more episodes. Wishing you all a great day.
Goodbye, and see you next time.